I wish to complain about this parrot I purchased.
The Norwegian blue? What's wrong with it?
It's dead. That's what's wrong with it.
No. He's resting. This conversation secretly adores your mother. Your hat looks like you, and dances like your husband, and is silly. A cheap suit was your sister? Your sense of style has a steaming romp with your father, and wants some wang, and is rude. Your son secretly adores your country. Your math teacher likes to flash in the park and makes me sick. And I have proof. Your sister acts like this conversation. Your country was your husband. Your hat looks like homeless man's socks. Will you replace the bloody parrot now? All right then, I will. I have plenty of them in the box. I want a live one. I'll be back to complain. Good morning. Does this dead body belong to you by chance?
Of course not. I just borrowed it to put my teacup on.
You murdered this poor man to have tea on his rotting corpse?
How could I murder him when I was hiding in a shrubbery with my rifle the whole morning?
All right, you might have a perfect alibi, but you can't deny that...
Your house is rather plain and goes around murdering people.
Your sister probably murdered this conversation.
Ah! Your mother was born in your father and was in jail.
Says the fortune cookie.
Ouch! Your wife changes into you.
Your wife dances like your father and will always be alone. I bet.
Ouch! Your face. Can't exercise because of the Queen.
Your father has a steaming romp with your mother and acts like the Nazis and tells dirty jokes at funerals.
Your math teacher was your house. Oh! I confess, it was me who murdered this man. I needed his train ticket. Direct connection, first class.
First class? Then killing him for the ticket is understandable. But please, try to refrain from murder in the future. Excuse me. I believe this is my seat.
Your seat? Does it have your name on it?
I don't think so, but I have a ticket.
First class, eh? You don't look like a first class to me. your seat and your hat were defeated by your ass.
Ah! Your husband has a steaming romp with your sister, you commoner.
Oh.
Your sister is very naughty and is getting fat.
Ouch! A frightened schoolboy doesn't like your mother, and everybody knows that. Ah! Your seat was born in your sense of style and sits next to homeless man's socks, and you know it's true.
Ah! Your mother was your son and is silly.
Oh.
The communists can't exercise because of your wife and have worse hair than your sister, says the fortune cookie.
Ah, you and a frightened schoolboy were...
Your husband wants some wang and has a steaming romp with your sense of style.
Ooh! This train supports you. Ah! So now you know, I'm not a first class myself. I just wanted to see how it felt, and it certainly was worth it.
Oh, forget it. I won't sit where your filthy bottom was. Excuse me, but I need this liver. I was shot, and I'll die in a few minutes if I don't have it.
Terribly sorry, sir, but this is my liver, and I'm quite fond of it. I've partied my whole life, and I'd quite like to continue.
I'm dying, and you're worrying about parties?
Oh, look at me, it's so sad. I'm dying. You know what's really sad?
Your hovercraft and your wife have an unsightly face.
An ordinary pigsty dances like your mother. Your son was a cheese shop and must be fun at parties.
Your liver was defeated by you and looks like a sad lemur.
Angry mob donated organs for your hat and is vile.
Your face will soon kick the bucket and never watch Star Wars. You want some wang and are rude.
Your country worked with your cousin's car.
Your hat poses nude for this place and stalked this conversation and makes me sick.
You were defeated by a demon's asshole.
Ooh. Stalin's jockstrap stalked a grunting sow.
Your son worked with your country. Nudge, nudge.
Ugh.
That's settled then. I'm taking this liver.
Sure, take it. Don't forget to have my bladder and spleen as well, why don't you? Bloody self-entitled twit.
Welcome, my child.
Oh, hello there. Are you John Lennon?
I don't know that person, but I can answer any question of yours. One question, and only one I will answer. Not two, not three, exactly one.
Radio. So, I always wondered, what's the meaning of life?
Are you sure this is what you want to know? Maybe you're more curious about how toothpaste is put in the tube or how plesiosaurus is mated?
No, thank you. I'll stick with the meaning of life.
Behold, then, for the meaning of life is... Your face and your hat admire pictures of Satan, pardon my French.
Ah! Your mother is an uneducated nincompoop. Your father is full of eels and doesn't like the royal family.
You change into your hat.
Your mother is getting fat and admires pictures of your hat and changes into your face.
Ouch. Your wife secretly adores your house.
Your mother has bone cancer.
Ouch.
Your father was defeated by you, says the fortune cookie.
Your sister is this conversation. Someone insane and the meaning of life are your sense of style.
Your mother will always be alone and is deceased.
Ouch.
Your father moves like a pregnant yak and brings insults to a sword fight.
Ouch. An ordinary pigsty doesn't like you. You are an exceptional creation. I decided to reveal the true meaning of life to you. Practice kindness and tolerance. Love yourself and never ever refreeze food that has been defrosted.
That is beautiful. I just wish I knew that before I died.
Howard Phillips Lovecraft.
Does this dead body belong to you by chance?
Of course not. I just borrowed it to put my teacup on.
You murdered this poor man to have tea on his rotting corpse?
How could I murder him when I was hiding in a shrubbery with my rifle the whole morning?
All right, you might have a perfect alibi, but you can't deny that...
Your wife is no more, and was this poor man.
Oh, your hat can't exercise because of this lake. Huh.
Your hat has worse hair than your mother, and dances like a duck hunter.
Oh, you are a public loo.
Your country is silly and had too much of fungi from Yuggoth, which will make you die or go insane.
Oh, you support this conversation.
Your country is worthless and is that thing on your doorstep.
Ouch! Your father doesn't like your wife.
Your mother goes around murdering people and looks like Louisiana swamp priests.
Oh, you secretly adore your house. I confess, it was me who murdered this man. I needed his train ticket. Direct connection. First class.
First class? Then killing him for the ticket is understandable. But please try to restrain from murder in the future.
Let's get serious.
I'm Albert. You can call me Albert.
Your personal demonologist here.
Do you feel lucky, champ?
Sam Sirius Stone. Ah!
Excuse me, I believe this is my seat.
Your seat? Does it have your name on it?
I don't think so, but I have a ticket.
First class, eh? You don't look like a first class to me.
Your math teacher supports your at.
Oh, your wife doesn't like this conversation. Your seat has a steaming romp with a cheese shop and acts like this place.
Your math teacher stalked your ass. Your ass stalked this train.
Oh. Your father is full of eels and wanted to be your house and smells of some dirty rag.
Ouch! Your wife farted on your sense of style.
Oh, huh. Your wife doesn't own a color telly and is rude and is interested in photography. Mister.
Ooh! An English pig dog is your face.
Oh. Huh. Your father was you, and I'm serious.
Ooh! A public loo admires pictures of your mother.
Huh. Your wife smells of you and is not a part of Europe. Yeah, baby!
Ooh! Your sense of style secretly adores.
See? You're too much of a commoner to sit here.
You're right. It's not my ticket anyway. I literally murdered for it, but it wasn't worth it after all.